students, yesterday as we were discussing about understanding quadrilateral basic definitions of polygons, start with the plane curve, after that polygons. What are polygons which we have to discuss in the understanding quadrilateral chapter? Polygons are the diagrams or the figure, that is closed figure made by the line segment, that are called polygons. Then we discuss about the classification of the polygon. What is the classification of the polygon in understanding quadrilaterals? Classification means we have to count the number of sides of the diagrams and then give the name. So first name is given to the triangle with three-sided figure. This is the smallest polygon of the quadrilaterals. Now this is the smallest polygon. Next polygon is the quadrilateral, in which all the squares, rectangle, rhombus, etc. all are covered because we have 4 line segments for the quadrilateral. Next, according to classification of the polygon, next are 5-sided figure, that are heptagon, and next are the hexagon with the 6-sided figure, and so on. Next we have already discussed about the types of the polygon, that are regular and irregular polygon. Regular polygon, in which square is one example, in which all the sides and all the angles are equal, that are regular polygon. And irregular, in which we can count rectangle, because in rectangle number of sides are not equal, all sides are not equal, opposite sides are equal, but all the sides, the length of all sides are not equal, so that must be counted in the irregular polygon. Regular polygon, square is the best example because the length of all the sides are equal and measurement of all the angles is equal, and rectangle is the best example of irregular polygon. Then we discuss about the convex and the concave polygon. In convex polygon, all the diagonal are inside the figure, and in concave polygon, at least one diagonal must be outside the diagram. So in square, for example, all the diagonal, as I have shown here, all the diagonals are in the interior of the diagram, interior of the figure. So such kind of figure is convex polygon. Alright, that we have already discussed few definition. Now let us start few more properties related to the polygons, in which first property is angle sum property. Angle sum property is the sum of measures of 3 angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So for the triangle ABC, the angle sum property is angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180. Actually, angle sum property is when we add all the interior angles of a diagram. For example, when there is a square, how many angles in the square? We have 4 angles in the interior of this diagram. So when we add all these angles in the interior, that is called angle sum property. But previously this we have to count for the smallest polygon. So angle sum property for triangle is the sum of measure, that is the measurement of the sum of 3 angles of a triangle. Now triangle can be equilateral, can be isosceles, can be scalar. We have to add all the angles. Then their sum must be 180. Only then that is called the angle sum property. Angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180. Such kind of property is known as angle sum property. Now let us start with the exercise 3.1 based upon the definition which we have done yesterday and today, the angle sum property. Question 1 is, how many diagonals does each of the following have? Following means each of the following polygons or related diagram. First of all, we have to count how many diagonals, number of diagonals in each of the polygon. How we can find out? There is a formula to find out the number of diagonals. So answer is first case we have discussed about a convex quadrilateral. For example, square, rectangle, rhombus, trapezium, etc. all are under the quadrilateral and all are convex quadrilateral because the diagonal of all the quadrilaterals are in the interior of the figure. Now, first of all, we have to consider the number of sides for the given polygon. As you know, in the classification of the polygon, quadrilateral, having quadrilateral, we have number of sides are 4. Either we can take the quadrilateral square or rhombus or rectangle or trapezium. In all the quadrilateral, number of sides are 4. Then, you must understand and remember the formula to find out the diagonals. Formula to find out the number of diagonal is n divided by 2. Multiplied with, when there is no sign, we must multiply these two factors. Multiplied with n minus 3. This factor is a linear factor in the bracket. So n by 2 is multiplied with n minus 3. What is n here? Where n is the number of sides of given polygon. So by using this formula, that is n by 2 multiplied with n minus 3, where n is the number of side, we can find out the number of diagonals in all the polygons, because the polygons depend upon the number of sides. In triangle we have 3 sides, in quadrilateral we have 4 sides, in pentagon we have 5 sides, and so on. So we can find out number of diagonals for all the polygons using this formula. Now, for convex quadrilateral, let us find out the number of diagonals. Put the value of n, that is equal to 4. 4 divided by 2 and in bracket 4 minus 3. First of all, solve this linear factor, that is 4 minus 3 is 1. 1 is multiplied with 4 divided by 2. 2 can be cancelled out the 4 at 2. Alright, so overall result of this calculation is 2. So the number of diagonal present in all the quadrilaterals, maybe rhombus or trapezium or square or rectangle, whatever the quadrilateral we can consider, the number of diagonals are 2. So next is a regular hexagon. You can see also from the figure. Square is a quadrilateral. We can draw 2 diagonals in a square. You know very well about the diagonals. The definition of diagonal is when we join 2 non-consecutive points. Consecutive point which come one after the another. And when we join 2 non-consecutive vertices of the quadrilateral, means opposite vertices of the quadrilateral, that line is called a diagonal. So this is the first diagonal and this is second diagonal of the square. So we can draw only 2 diagonals in all the quadrilateral. Next is a regular hexagon. Regular hexagon means in which all the sides are equal, or we can consider hexagon. Now number of sides in the regular hexagon are 6. Hexagon is a polygon in which the number of sides are 6. So we are using only number of sides to find out the number of diagonals. What is the formula to find out number of diagonals? N by 2 multiplied with n minus 3. This is the only formula used for finding number of diagonal for all the polygons. Now put the value of n. N is equal to 6. 6 by 2 multiplied with 6 minus 3. 2 can be cancelled out 6 at 3 and 6 minus 3 is 3. Now when 3 is multiplied with 3 which is in the bracket, we get 9. So there are total 9 diagonals in a hexagon. Let us see from the figure how the 9 diagonals can be drawn. Now this is a hexagon in which we have 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a hexagon. Now the number of diagonals, how we can draw the diagonals from each vertex. When we consider this vertex, when you understand, there are 6 points in a hexagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 vertex. Alright. Let us consider first vertex. Now when we consider this vertex, the next vertex to this is this one. You understand the concept that with each point or with each vertex of the hexagon, two vertices are its adjacent vertex. Alright, like two with the each vertex. Let us consider this. Then two vertex are the adjacent vertex by which the two lines or two sides of the hexagon can be drawn. And from every vertex we can draw three diagonals. Let us consider this vertex. First of all, first diagonal by meeting two non-consecutive points. Alright, first diagonal, then second diagonal, then third diagonal. We have drawn three diagonals from a vertex. Next, see from this, first diagonal, second diagonal and third diagonal. Alright, next from this vertex, first diagonal, second diagonal and third diagonal. Alright, from each vertex we have three diagonals. When we draw these diagonals now, you can see these two vertex. This line, that is the center line, which is a diagonal, act as diagonal, is common for opposite points. It is common for opposite points. Therefore, when we count total diagonals, you can count these diagonals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Total are 9 diagonals in a hexagon, which we count from this formula. This is the formula to find out directly without drawing. You can find out directly the number of diagonals by using the number of sides of a polygon, and then you can draw to explain the number of diagonals. Alright, so this is the method. By this method you can find out the number of diagonals for all the polygons. Next, find the sum of interior angles of a polygon. Now, interior angles of a polygon are, interior angles means, the interior angle you can see from this figure. In this triangle we have three interior angles. Angle A, angle B, angle C. Interior angles are in the interior surface of a figure. You can see from rectangle also, A, B, C, D is a rectangle. As I have shown here, 1, 2, 3, 4. These four angles are in the interior of this figure. So these are called interior angle. Now we have to find out sum of interior angle of a polygon. Now in some polygons like triangle we have three angles. In quadrilateral like rectangle we have four angles. Now in pentagon or in hexagon, how many angles are there? Let us consider if hexagon, how many angles in the hexagon? The number of vertex equal to number of angles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In hexagon, 6 sides, 6 vertex and 6 angles are there. So the sum of all 6 angles, that are called sum of interior angles of a polygon. Now, there is a formula to find out the sum of interior angles of all the polygon. The one formula is used for all the polygon. Formula is n minus 2 multiplied with 180 degree. Alright. Now this is the formula used to find out the sum of interior angles. This is the total sum of all the interior angles of a polygon. Maybe polygon is hexagon or heptagon or decagon. Any polygon. For any polygon you can directly find out sum of interior angles. And what is n here? N is number of sides of given polygon. N are the number of sides. Now let us see one by one. First example I have selected for you is a triangle, which is the smallest polygon. For triangle, n is equal to number of sides is equal to 3. In a triangle there are 3 sides only. So sum of interior angles of a triangle, using this formula, n minus 2 into 180. We have to put the value of n here is equal to 3. No, 3 minus 1 multiplied with 180 degree. 180 is angle, so we have to put a degree with the angle always. Now 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. 1 is multiplied with 180. So we get the result is equal to 180 degree. You also see from the angle sum property, in which I have told you that the sum of measurement of all the three angles of a triangle is 180 degree. This is the angle sum property, that the sum of all the angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degree. And this we can prove also with the help of this formula. Formula is n minus 2 into 180. This formula is applicable for all the polygons, and we have selected the smallest polygon. Next, for quadrilateral, in which we have 4 sides. So n is equal to 4 for all the quadrilaterals. These are we have to find out the total sum, not the one by one angle measurement. So for the rhombus, for the square, for the rectangle, or for the kite, or for the trapezium, formula is similar for all the quadrilaterals. N is equal to 4, that our number of sides is equal to 4. So sum of interior angle is equal to n minus 2 into 180 degree. N is equal to 4. So 4 minus 2 multiplied with 180 degree. 4 minus 2 is equal to 2. When 2 is multiplied with 180 degree, we get 360 degree, because this is the sum of angles. So answer must be in degrees. So sum of all the angles of a quadrilateral, either square or rectangle or rhombus, any quadrilateral, answer is 360 degree. Now you can see from the diagrams, the diagram related to triangle, in which the three angles I have shown, angle A, angle B, angle C. The sum of all these three angles, using this formula we can find out, is equal to 180 degree. Now second is quadrilateral I have selected for you, for which we have already find out the sum of interior angles. Angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D. The sum of all the interior angle directly we can find out without calculating the separately. The angles are not given. Directly we can find out for all the quadrilateral, sum of all the interior angles is equal to n minus 2 into 180, that is 360 degree. Now question is not only based upon the sum of the angles. There are questions like A angle is given, B angle is given, and C is given. You have to find out the value of angle D. Now how you can find out? You know very well the sum of interior angles we can find out with the help of this formula, that is n minus 2 into 180 degree. So n minus 2 into 180 degree is the direct formula which is used. We can find out with the help of this that the angle sum is 360 degree. Now we can use the formula A plus B plus C plus D is equal to 360 degree. By using the equation, you can find out the value A plus B plus C. Using all these angles, we can find out the value of the D. So these formula are not directly used only to find out the sum of interior angles. Actually, these are also used to find out any one angles. For exercise 3.1, in some of the questions, we have to find out one angle or two angles related to the given diagram. Then how we can find out? We have to use these properties. These are the formulas for sum of the interior angle. So you have to, students, you have to find out these two, that is sum of, that is number of diagonals for all the polygons. You must find out and draw a table related to it, in which one side you must write number of sides, in second side of the table you must write number of diagonals. Using this formula, you have to find out if for the all polygons, like I have find out for the quadrilateral and hexagon. Now you find out for triangle, for pentagon, for hexagon, and up to 10 sides you must find out the number of diagonals. Similarly, you must find sum of interior angles for all the polygons. I have find out for triangle and quadrilateral. Now you must find out for all the polygons what is the sum of the angles. Alright.